There's of course torture, as you mentioned, ill treatment, torture, etc. Article 3 under the European Convention. Then you have Article 5 under the European Convention, the prohibition against arbitrary detention. And then you have freedom of expression, Article 10. And then under all of these provisions, you end up with something which is similar, although there's no proportionality review under torture because torture or ill treatment is prohibited. When you're discussing whether something amounts to torture or ill treatment, you have to look at the facts, and you have to look at, is this absolutely necessary in order to achieve a legitimate aim? Otherwise, you are more easily falling within the prohibition on torture and ill treatment. And the same thing applies to detention. And of course, freedom of expression is typically the proportionality provision where you are looking at other countervailing interests, and you're trying to see, is this intervention into freedom of expression necessary, and is it proportionate? And that's something the judges at all instances should take account of. But of course, here in this extradition context, it is so obvious that this must be taken account of. And whatever happens at first instance, and frankly, what we've seen at first instance in this case it's a pretty poor showing. What the judges have allowed themselves to say during the hearings, the put downs, the characterizations. It's very unjudicial, and it has been a great surprise to me, who do not follow first instance court proceedings that often. It's been a great surprise to me. I've never seen anything like it. We'll hope these things will hopefully be clarified now before this next round of this extradition hearing, still at first instance. And we must just hope that the judge manages to control, himself or herself, so that you don't get that completely biased impression we've seen this far.